Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today on this Saturday. Just about to get started here in server. I think we're 96 players total, including 2 casters. 94 for this matchup today. European, 2 Eastern European teams in this one. We're going to be casting from the Allies side. New name, I guess you could say, of the overall team, but you should recognize the players that make this one up. We're talking about SSO, CSP, we got TMD in here, SRF also. So coalitions on both sides, and then for the Axis side today, we have PKKA, Team 7 in the mix, BWR, and more. Buffinator joined EG. Interesting. He's going to be the other caster today. Buffinator over there. So familiar faces from comp. I don't think I've cast SSO, TMD, or some of the others on the central team, but definitely seen Team 7, definitely seen PKA, BWR, and such. CSP also, we've seen them in games before. So the map has just flipped. We're going to get right into this one. Casting from the Allies side, so Allies will be in blue. We're going to get into game, spawn in here, get in the admin camera, and then hope for a explosive start to this ECL match here on Foy. That's what we're playing today. So a lot of tanking action. Oh, that's not good. We actually did end up crashing, so it's going to take a good second to get back in. So just bear with us. I'll put the music up a little bit, and we should be in within the next minute or so. Turn on the music again. Sorry about that. So the crash was not just limited to me here in the casting booth. We actually had a mass crash on the server. So we're back up to 91 now, but I believe we're going to do a double flip just so it's fair to both teams, because it's about a minute left till match start, and that's not enough time to get all this stuff done. Looks like we're filtering and gonna... Okay, I see what's going on here. Everyone's switching sides, so we're going to flip once instead of a double flip, because of course the more times you flip like that, the more chance server crash, mass DC, stuff like what just happened is going to happen again. So stay with us. I'm going to take a short BRB break, and we'll be back with the start of this EC. welcome back, everyone. Finally starting to flip, I believe. May or may not have been kicked from the server for T-killing, an auto TK kick. Oh my god, did we crash again? No, we didn't. Looks like... Oh, what is going on? All right, we should be good. Oh, interesting layer on this one. You'll see what I mean in just a second here. We're not having to join any infantry units since we were able to create our own. Commander for the Central Alliance said that we're free to create our own squad, so there's no need for us to create. Lots of talk going in the chat right now. So for the midpoint, we're going to have Dugout Barn. Let's pop over into the game, though, to show you what's going on and give you all a nice view onto the start of this match. And then maybe we'll find a truck or something to ride into Midpoint on. How about that? That sounds good. Hello, and welcome everyone to this ECL match here on Foy. We have two alliances today going head to head. This should be a really good match. Oh, whoopsies, sorry about that. Yeah, we have Central Alliance versus ARC, not the French coalition, though. This is pretty much a exclusively Eastern European matchup right now today. I don't think it's been a while, at least, since we've seen these guys go against it, go at it. We have some Czechs, some I think Central Alliance is like a mix of Eastern Europe. I'm not too sure if there's some Hungarian clans in there, definitely some Polish clans, and then ARC is essentially, I think, a smorgasbord of every single like Russian clan that's not EG, pretty much. EG is the bear. But I guess ARC is the wolves here. Looking at the map from the Allies side, we can see forest outskirts starting off on the bottom right here. We have Bizori Foy Road, Dugout Barn as the midpoint. They're going to be fighting over, and then on the German side, Flak Battery and Road to Noville up at the top here. Looking at the rollout, you can see Prio going to the mid side. You're going to see a lot of these trucks come over here. There's going to be shooting lanes on both sides of point for tanks, so interesting to see what they choose to do with their tank. They're going to take this medium 2 crude tank, possibly up the right side here to support on this hedgerow. Meanwhile, light tank, 3-man, transport truck, supply truck with commander going straight into point. On the flank, we have Alpha Squad and a full, that's very common, full Puma right there. Excuse me, Greyhound. Second deployment, very smooth here. Let's get out of this and get into game right here. Allies look like they're going to be a little late to point here. Axis already got 2 squads right into the backside of point. Team 7 deployment right there. You can see General PKK. Oh my gosh, the whole squad gets annihilated. Luckily though, D69A is alive, gets an OP down, so not a lot lost in the end. Scald riding the top of that truck going down. Both the Stewart and Lux taking shots off. Medium tank blowing up another truck on the west side. Everything's just exploding over here on the midpoint here on Dugout Barn. However, Cap progress leaning towards the German side. Team 7 Good line here, getting some takedowns. Cake with the MG in a really nice spot. Going on top of the boxes. He actually gets taken out right there. More than 50% cap progress here for the Arc side. Medium Tank is pushing hard into point right here. Ernest and Curdy from SSO. What can they do to stall this cap? SSO have a really close OP right there. The threat has been relieved for now. Grenades going out. BWR on the right also defending. Now is the time to push here before the cap. Don't know if there's going to be enough time. 98, 99%. And there is the 3-2 cap for Arc. And what can Central Alliance do to push back into this game? They need more infantry on point. They need to penetrate here. Buzz maybe going for a satchel on the outside. That would be a really nice play on the outside of the wall right there. Now just tossing some nades, and I can't tell if there's already a satchel inside. But that might help a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. Central Alliance need to penetrate the point right here, get on the backside of this barn, and really crush some of the OPs that are the lifeline here of Arc staying in touch on point. Now, as we pan to the left, you can see Arc pushing out on the flank towards the west side. One PKK squad there. There's also AT right below us. Smookers here. There he is. So Wolf Chara, Koheb with the Panzerschreck looking to get a target on that medium under fire. Oh, nice artillery round, but the rocket lands. Down goes the medium just in the nick of time. Wow, that was very lucky here from the Axis side. I mean, a second later and that would have been too late. Medium does go down, so allies slowly getting pushed off this point right here. You're gonna have to start thinking about the defensive on Bizori Foy Road. AT team respawning in to find out that they've taken out the tank, so they're just gonna throw some rockets away. Let's check out the map right here. Oh, as you see, the satchel go down really does no damage there on the building. No infantry inside. Now looking at the map, we can see the placement of the Axis squads. Now they're pushing in behind. This recon tech might be looking to get a little feisty here against the Panzer IV. That's just at the bottom of your screen right there. You can see P4 there with Von Kessler, Tragedy, and Durimar on point from Team 7. Now, where, oh where, is this allied recon vehicle? Well, the Greyhound's right there, gonna be spotted out. It would be criminal if he's not. Oh my gosh, there's something worse there. There's a Panther right beside it. Oh, Panther can't get his gun around. Yes, he can. Nice play. I thought it was only the P4. Little did I know there was a heavy rare waiting in the wings. So no joy for the Greyhound on the backside. Greyhounds and Stuarts really aren't that viable against heavies like we saw in the past. Before the Panther kind of rework came out, it was viable to take a Greyhound and for instance take out a Tiger. We've seen it before on this channel. I believe a crew that's now over at WTH. At the time they were at 38, so that was 2 transfers ago. The Problem Bear tank, we saw them, I'm not too sure if it was in a comp game or a well, regardless, it was in a game. Not too sure what the status was, but more importantly, we saw them take out 2 Tigers with 1 Stuart. I've seen it before also with Greyhounds, but the Panther's very strong. You don't really see the Stuarts and even the Tiger now, you don't really see them taking out the heavies like you used to be able to. So it would be really cool. It's not realistic though. The Puma really can't do the same thing. So I think for balance wise, it's not too bad anymore. Frontline grind, you can see meat grind if we zoom in. Yeah, that's not looking too much fun over there. Just constant arty onto their spawns. Panning around here on top of Bizoy Foy Road. Oh my. That's a interesting push coming out here from Team 7. Nuashek going down right there. Citrus on the flank. Pitras and Ziwaz also defending. So big push coming out from Team 7. Shinali up the mid also. Central Alliance need to tighten this up. Kafer from CSP needs to get his squad. Look how tight TMD is. This is not good right here. All of these guys are doing nothing to stop the push, not only from the north from PKKA here, but from the left flank from the northwest. Now, the good thing is this squad is being spotted out, and it's very easy with limited forces to stop the flanking overlap. I'm worried about Citrus a little bit here. I'm more worried about PKKA up the middle, though, because that middle position is kind of the key position here. You can easily hold this forest line in front of us by just holding the middle and then sending your guys down from either side, whether it be on the right side where we can see Alpha Taurus is, Alfarius, excuse me, not Alpha Taurus, or the left side in the middle here. I'm very concerned that CSP is trying to push up the middle to get a flank onto Dugout while giving up the space here. Shinali and Wolf Chara. There's not been a good read so far here from the Axis. You can see Hedgehog respawning and trying that. I would have loved to see a consolidation up the mid here and a shove to point, because there's literally nothing to stop them. Refficio's here. There's one MG, but just really not too much. This whole middle's open up. Citrus actually on the back is beautiful. Is he sneaking all the way around? Crouch running around the backside? Citrus the Chad? I guess so. He's blending in with his environment. The snow uniform there, except on his backside, it's not all white camo. Gonna go for an OP, looking to see if he sees any Garys in the tree line. Is he really gonna find one? We can check the map and find out. He's pretty deep right now, but good spot for an OP right here on the flank. Really good 1-2. Of course, there's a bigger rotation of Forest, because Forest is all the way on the east side of the map. So it's not like the last point's gonna be mid and he could just have an easy rotation here with a Gary once they do take the point, if they do take the point. Would love to see a deep OP here and see a secondary squad lead get in. What that means is essentially having a second squad lead get to the same position. Maybe go for a garrison and have that secondary squad lead spawn in. Maybe it looks like he's gonna go here. This is gonna be the OP. Where's the Gary gonna go though? Because that secondary squad lead is going to be so big. If Citrus closes the gap, gets a close OP, but fails, he's going to lose all that progress. But if he has that garrison, that secondary OP, he'll be able to spawn back a little further. And I only say that and stress that because especially the spawns on the garrison in enemy territory there can easily be overrun by a relatively low amount of infantry, you know, rather clumsily. They don't even have to know where the Gary is and they can easily overrun it. So we'll see what they decide to do here for Team 7. Prepping for this attack, Reficio on the backside. Not too sure if he has a clue. This is really where the attack's at now. The question is, does Citrus have any friends joining him? Infantry is being spotted by the commander here. So that's a good spot out. Citrus has a little bit of space to work with, though. Only a machine gunner and a Reficio there. The medic Petrus going to rotate back. Wonder if the commander's on the backside spotting that. No. It was going to be the recon plane that flew overhead. So good recon plane there. Going to spot Citrus out, but still 1v3, definitely winnable. What the heck is Hedgehog doing on the right side? He needs to fill that gap. It looks like PKK squad's being removed. It does look like Hedgehog's actually going to push in there. BWR has a squad there too. Here is the action though. Citrus gets one on point right now. Gets two on point. Citrus, big play right here. Can he get Reficio too? Only a medic. Should be the easiest takedown of the three. Now, where is that garrison on point right here? Bizarre Ford, nowhere. It's on the opposite side. So maybe they were expecting attack from the back. You can see redeployments on both sides here. 3 Garys, the triangle of Bizarre Foy Road here. And a good response so far, but well, it doesn't matter. Citrus goes down. Petrus gets the takedown. Reficio there to back him up. I don't love this move. I would have loved to see a hold maybe for the push and a rotation of that OP close, because look, they're just getting absolutely clapped in the open. Now, if Citrus had been able to get his OP up in the edge of the point here, and like I said, rotate that second squad lead in with a garrison push, then he'd have, I think there would be a full squad. Gargun, you see everyone spawning there would be able to spawn over there. Now it would have been crucial for him to make sure Petrus didn't push and lock him down for maybe like 15 more seconds, but I think that's a gamble that's worth it, because this, everyone that spawns in the back here is just going to get clapped in. This is going to devolve kind of into a tough push and a little bit of a slogging fight on the backside. Now if Arc can use this attention on the back that they've drawn to swing it in on the front, then it'd be worth it, but it really doesn't look like they're making too much ground here. Arc still holding the front line towards dugout. Neither side really making much of an advance. Holding really way too many troops up here. Really only need one MG here. You don't need two MGs and a squad lead, two ATs. It's not really necessary. And that's why. Group up and get demolished over there. I do like Clawhawk's position over here from CSP, the Czech clan participating in the Central Alliance. That's exactly where they need to be. And if anything, I'd put more prio on that position than I would on the wide position here. But for the moment, it's all good over here on Bezoy Fort Road. You can see Team 7 getting kind of hemmed in. Now, it's crucial that SSO, CSP don't lose any of these garrisons in the back here. We can check the map to check it out to see what's going on. No, they have this garrison freshly placed. Axis troops are consolidated right here on the map, and a recon team is rotating in. And I think about here on the map we can see them. So Laravik, Alvarik. I'll only try the first part of your name. Apologies for butchering it so far. Let's go on board with him, though. Crucial little play right here. Can he get the garrison on the back? Because this could really dent the hopes and dreams here of the Central Alliance of staying in this game. Wow, look at him. He's right on the Gary right here. Can he get it? Taking some fire. Fire was dealt with. The MG gets dropped. Nice frag there to protect the recon squad lead. Having to adjust a little bit there. Might have had to reset his takedown here. Crucial take onto the garrison. Yes, he gets it. Down goes the defensive Gary. Commander just a little too late with that one. Doesn't even get recon squad lead. So beautiful take right there from Alvarik. Down goes the defensive garrison for the Central Alliance. Petrus going to try to rotate maybe to do something with that. There's not a whole lot follow-up. I would have liked to see recon spearheading that push before the squad lead. The failures of that attacking squad pushing in, but still is going to cause some problems in the back. Now looking at this flank, while all that craziness is going on, a little bit of a push out coming out here from Arc. A little bit of a 1v1 coming over here. Going for a satchel. Little does he know he could just go for a knife on the other side of the wall. Not going to test it. Hunk, unfortunately, is going to get taken out by that satchel. Would have loved to see that assault just push in and knife him or something. But regardless, good control over on the midpoint here for Arc. About 20 minutes into this one. Nothing really going on, well, except becoming target practice for the tanks. Whack-a-mole on the backside. Excuse me, not even the tank. They got the Ziloni with the AT gun in the backside. That's who's doing that. Whack-a-mole over here on point. Full control for the Axis side. 3-2 is the score. Looking at this map right here, not a whole lot going on in sector. Nobody in sector. Maybe tickling it a little bit here. Joni Walker, and then Chris with just the absolute suicide mission coming up the side there. That's never going to work. In the mid, flanking forces coming out from Rhett in the recon. Really not a whole lot of penetration from the recon here, at least onto Artie. A little bit of work onto Flak Battery with Praktikant there. Still nobody in sector. Yeah, F is having trouble. K is just kissing it over here on the side. We have a tank pushing up the mid. We might go check that one out too. On the back side here, Practicant, this could be dangerous. Now, if Practicant, he could realistically support an airhead or drop supplies. I don't know if there's any supplies. We could double check back here. No, nothing. No pre-drop is here, and I don't see any like wide flank of a half track or anything. So Practicant here all alone. Needs to get an OP up. Would be really nice if he did a little 1-2 play for an airhead with his recon, with his sniper. That would be mega. Difficult because obviously I think there's a tank on point. There's a couple tanks in the area, but I think it's feasible for an airhead. There's actually a German Gary on the backside here who's gonna be able to take this one out. Immediately gets spotted as a OP. Gonna put flare up in the sky. Gun run comes in. Oh, beautiful dodge right there from Practicant. That is one of those high skill cap plays that you don't see often enough. Tank getting involved here. Unfortunately, I think Practicant's going to be able to get this one. Yep, shots just hitting the outside of that. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, tank just misses. One more shot. Commander gets it. That's a feels bad moment. Really, should it take that long to take? Maybe if he had gone for it before the gun run. In the end, though, the commander does enough to dissuade Practicant. Now, did he have an OP? I just don't think he did. I don't think there was any OP here. No, none. He's all the way back here. No reset on that OP. That's a mistake. I think flak battery force would have been fine for an OP to come back into that one. Now there's a massive flank. Light tank coming in on the flank also. Trying to take out a Panzer IV. That's going to be difficult. Stewart getting behind the light tank. Gets it! The Stewart with a mega play to take out the Panzer IV. Now can the Stewart get out with his life, or is that Panther coming hunting? Big props and a shout out to the crew. McPavo, we got Jampa, we got Dark Temple in the Stewart. I didn't think it was possible. They defied the odds. Beautiful play here from the light tank, punching above their weight, taking out the Panzer IV for the ARC coalition. Back on the point that Panther, I think the Panther's just gone to the flank. Yeah, so Panther goes straight back to that far eastern flank right here. Crew of City and Predictor, excuse me. So they're just shelling the side. There's an AT gun there too. I think that's overkill, honestly, for the Panther to be there. Panther can be used aggressively in this situation, especially, I'm assuming, oh, man, I cursed them. Apologies. It looks like a second Panther coming up from the back line, going to be able to take out that Stewart. So short-lived victory, but still punching above their weight. Eating away at some fuel from the enemy team. They stayed there a little long. That turned back into the action there. Going to be their downfall. But I assume now, didn't see what took it out. I assume that's going to be a second Panther. Now, if I am the commander for the Axis team, I'm going to be wanting using both of those Panthers. We, you know, as the Axis, there is that Panther advantage. So they should be using both of them to push up the middle right here. Unfortunately, their infantry have lost a lot of ground. CSP doing exactly what they needed to do here. And get control of this middle lane, push off the Axis team, and we're still a couple minutes away, maybe 5 to 10 away from a big flank coming on, but I see the origins of a fight over here, and unless Team 7 or one of the other players from this alliance here, this ARC Alliance Coalition team, can get into this kind of area here, it's kind of a free flank around. Now, if you kind of zoom out a little bit, you can see the field of battle here. Right now, BWR trapped in the middle, no man's land, easily taken out by anybody that spots them there. Just get a machine gun on them, they'll never be able to move. On this left side, oh, is that a precision over here? Looks like it might have been. Hold the phone though. Panther going down. No, just a AT gun on the side. Panther still very much alive on the back of this one. Still, even though they lost the AT gun, I'm thinking this is Panzer IV territory right here. There's enough cover where you can easily hide the P4's midsection. The weakness of the P4 is that flat plate on the front. Lots of cover here to easily hide that one. The only thing they're going to be playing with on the other side is most likely AT guns. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see a medium or a 76 in the mix too. Looks like they're actually playing with their 276s here. SSO, both crews playing with the 276s. So, yeah, I mean, it's not really going to do a whole lot either. Like, I'm surprised to see both teams' tanks in here. Usually you might see one. I would pref an AT gun with a medium for smoke, because that smoke can be very valuable for covering infantry moves using that creeping arty. Now, 76 are going to try to push here. It's going to be kind of rough. It'll be interesting to see the position of that second Panther, if it pulls up to point to support dugout, or if it's used tactically in a different place, or if we can even find it. Oh, I think we heard him to the right over here. That could have just been the first Panther. Yeah, there's the first Panther there on the right side, firing away. Unless it wasn't a Panther at all, like an AT gun, but no, there it is. Okay, there we found the second Panther. So yeah, very defensive, about 100, 200 meters behind the point over here. Sorry, 250 meters, playing in the middle. Super defensive from the tanks here. I don't know what the fuel situation is. We can check for the allies. They have 510, 2. Are we gonna see a third 76? I'd honestly like that. If they're not gonna go for a half-track play here, I'd love to see that fuel used for a third 76 and then a push. Maybe a third 76 and a medium, I think would be good. Because there's not too much on the defense, but, you know, the defense is stabilized. Now, this tank's going to be going bold in the middle as there's a big explosion. Is that a P4 going out? No, I think that was a repair station on the Puma. The Puma looked like it was already dead, but who knows? It could have been just the Puma repairing. As that's happening, though, Panther taking some shots right here from down range. That's going to be the 76s exchanging some fire right now. Who's going to come out on top? Panther with a super long peak. Oh my gosh, it's all the way back there. Checking the map to see. Uh-oh. Dive bomb coming in. Where's it going to drop? It's going to drop. No. The tank was a meter away from that Stuka when it came in. That Stuka is so weak right now. If I was the commander, I'd be pretty salty about that one. Back with the Panther, though, that Stuka at least is going to displace the 76 to the right. I don't think the Panther spots him, though. No, there's so much fog out. We can see the tags on the right there, but yeah, the foliage definitely covering that retreat of the 76 on the left. There was a second 76 up. It is still up right on the other side of the road here. You can see the position on the map right now. Let's see if we can find him. Oh, definitely taking some shots right there. 76 is getting hit here by the Panther. Seems like the Allied 76 has no clue. Another big hit into the 76. Will they be able to stay up? Ernest and Curdy in the tank fighting for their lives right here. Shot coming in, another ricochet. 76 is in trouble, falling back, trying desperately to get behind cover. Can the Panther hit it once more? No, the Panther misses wide to the right as the 76 runs over the engineer trying to help him out. That should be it for that fight. Sensei is gonna help the repairs there, and the Panther comes oh so close to taking out the 76. Realistically, though, I got a feel for the commander right here, because that one should have been a takedown from the Stuka dive bomber. Durmar von Kessler, tragedy, coming very close there to taking out the 76, just missing that last shot to make it happen. But again, both of these positions can be manned and replaced by AT guns, and in fact they are. General with an AT gun on point, XCDS actually spotting, so that's how they're going to be seeing through the foliage and haze there. And at range, you know, it can be very hard to see, but if you have somebody with binos a little closer, putting those marks, getting accurate marks and updating them, you can then shoot to the mark. And that's the hallmark of a very good tank gunner here in Hell Let Loose, one that can have the trust and confidence in his crew to follow the marks and hit the shots straight on. Now on the backside, BWR squad pushing in NBA, going up against Miroslav and Desert Dust here, the commander. What will NBA be able to do? Will he spot out the position of the commander and Miroslav? No, doesn't look like he does. He cuts in a little too close. On the backside, Shinali from PKKA is cutting in also. Smoke nades going off? Why would they be smoking here? No, frag nades. Is there a airhead somewhere over here? Not too sure what those nades are. Shinali though, pushing in, hearing the grenades go off, holding an angle, going to take out Miroslav right there. Nice play from him. Shinali going to reload and push in, has the commander Desert Dust on the left side there. NBA doesn't look like NBA is cutting back here. It would be wise of Shinali to push those contacts on the left there. Don't know if he's going to spot out the Gary. Would be, oh yeah, definitely should have spotted it. No, Shinali. Oh no, that's a big L here for the attackers. Leaving that Gary up and allowing defenders to spawn behind your lines is no bueno. That is one of the key spots where Garys are placed. One of the only spots in Defloid where you can actually place them here. So not too sure what Shinali's going to do. Is he going to flank back? I would hope. Alfarius, engineer, in the woods here defending. Shinali's going to take cover. Oh, can you hear those shots for sure? Oh, Shinali. Beautiful flick there onto Alfarius. Just needs to work on that game sense a little bit, because leaving the Gary up is no bueno. But hey, doubling back. Let's go Shinali. So it's going to be a 1v1 for the Gary. Desert Dust, I believe. I mean, he's got to be calling for help. He's got to be calling for help on that Gary there. Now, if he starts making a lot of noise on this flank, they're going to know he's here. He's right in front of Shinali. You can see him. You can see him. Oh, Shinali with another flick right here. Maybe looking to go back into sector to get an OP up. Why? What is going on right now? Shinali not a bad shot at all, but just the tactical gameplay lacking right here. Dalma and Alfari is going to be able to spawn back in on this garrison. OP's also going down. Shinali just kind of leaves on the back here, not wanting to... he's going to try to fight it out from the open field. That's not going to go so well. Even with the flicking skills he possesses here, he's stuck in the middle of the field. May not matter that he's in a field. He's got winter camo on. Don't know quite what CSP are nading there in the forest. There's nobody near them. Looks like a smoke grenade going to go out to try and conceal. That's a tough call right there, because all that's going to do is put some smoke between you and them. That's not going to allow you to actually close the gap to the tree line. Skills on display here. 1v2 in the open. Shinali trying to make a break for it. Takes a shot. Alfarius pinging him from both sides. Shinali trying to survive over here. Looks like he gets a takedown on the backside. Focuses back to the CSP squad. That would be an epic gamer move right here to be able to survive this one. Smoke is dissipating right here. Dalman and Alfarius pushing. Alfarius is going to crush that OP. Nade comes over the hay bale. Gets Alfarius through the push. Takes another shot, finally goes down. Not working out very well there. I have to have wondered, if he had just originally pushed that garrison position, where would he be right now? I would hazard to guess probably somewhere on the backside of point here, pressuring. Now, Looking at the other squads attacking from the back, BWR and Pocket 120 coming in. There is a 76 also here. 76 on point. Luckily, very, very lucky to get out of that situation alive. There is an assault here. Of course, potential for satchels. Would have loved to see this BWR squad prio that tank more, because that fuel advantage can be so strong. Now, do we have no, it's just gonna be the same heavy. So they must have lost to 76 and gone back, or either just ran out of ammo and gone back to repair. Either are plausible. Yeah, I'd say the latter, because they have 800 fuel. I don't think they did lose one. On the flank here though, Warsteiner and Betten, a big flank coming in. Recon finally getting that OP back, but still not even getting past flak battery here. No pressure on the backside. And with that tank there, I don't think it's super viable to be doing any kind of airhead plays with such defensive tanks. You know, artillery's not going to take them out. You really need a precision strike that hits, and with the state of precision strikes in the game right now, it's not too strong. Jazzy, got to watch out for a nade right on his feet. Run, Jazzy, run. Oh, nice little response right there. Good reaction. Bombing run dropping. What is coming with that bombing run? Are we going to see an airhead coming in? Any type of play? No tanks on offer right here for the Axis side. A little bit disappointed in that bombing run. Commander trying to start something on his own, but you really need it to be a team effort to make it work. Now there could be an airhead somewhere in the mix here. I didn't see one drop. It could have dropped a little sooner. I don't see any markers going out. Petrus is there. Dragon, Reficio. Yeah. Kind of disappointing. Still pressure on the backside. Both Gary's on point are up though. Garrison being defended. 76 coming up. Second 76 still fighting over here on the side. It seems like the never-ending fight. Let's go check to see what the Panther situation is over on point right now. Well, it looks like it's the same. The same AT guns there. Now with Smooker in it. XCDS is still spotting from his position. The second Panther is still up on the flank over here. And the primary Panther is still on the eastern flank over here. Yeah, again, you got two Panthers. They probably have three Panthers, or the ability to have three Panthers, I'd assume, up by now. Three Panthers pushing a point, even if you lose one or two, but if you get that 4-1, it's worth it. You got that buffer. It'd be very hard to lose a three Panther push in the meta currently. Even on the 3v3, and the allies don't look like they don't have firm control over the backside of Bezoy Foy. The only issue is there's the infantry's not doing too well. The tank could very easily help this infantry out. That second 76 is coming onto this flank to help the allied infantry out. I want to see the Axis do the same thing. They don't have any threat. That two-man 76 is not going to single-handedly take the midpoint. Infantry have a buffer. Even if they were to lose up to the point, it's very easy to push out from this point. I don't love this long-winded push in here. Makes for a good infantry fight though. Weinberg, WTF, and D69A. A couple squad leads in the mix right here. Oh, SCG 44 slaps right here from WTF. Excuse me, MP40. Yeah, definitely MP40. It looked like a STG for a second there. I thought I heard it actually. WTF in the smoke right here is going to need to get a few more frags before he can get a OP up. Oh, Hector's going to say nope. Close OP goes up. Also gets dropped. Hector needs to push this one out here and take out that OP. Should be happening any second. There it is. Down goes the OP. Nice little infantry fight here between the Allies and Axis. Weinberg, last one standing. Hector gonna push him. STG 44 definitely this time. Nade going out. That looked like it might be a little long right here from Hector. WTF runs right on top of his head. This is more, I like this more here from Arc. This twofold gameplay. Two squad leaders in the push. Not focusing just one squad. They have a fallback squad if they do go down. Nice to see from PKKA here. WTF. I almost said WTH, jeez. WTF making more progress into point here, Hector. Gonna get a take down back onto him. Seems like these two have been going back and forth. I'd like to see what their nemesis score is at right now for this little grind fest. In a lull though, SSO trying to push through the field. Don't think this is gonna go so well. Evgeny most likely is just gonna light this squad up. Look at the respawns coming in. Yeah, SSO is in for a world of hurt right here. Unfortunately, the squad lead doesn't make it. It's Scald over there, the AT that makes it across. I think that's a misplay here from the squad lead. If he'd only made it over into this trench here, that's definitely viable on the flank, excuse me. Now, Scald looking for the Panther. He's going to be to your left, buddy. Yep. And machine gun goes Burr. MG42 going Burr right there, taking out the flank. That's just never going to work, honestly, that flank. It's too exposed to in the open. There's a Panther defending. I mean, honestly, what are you expecting to get out of that one other than riddled with bullets? On the backside, though, safety. No orange bodies anywhere, so that does give the allies some time here to work with, to try and get on an attack with. They could try to stuff this side with their two tanks. I would like to see what's their munitions at. Yo, they're stacked right now. Manpower is stacked. Fuel is stacked. Pull that 76. Make him join with another 76. 276. You get a 76. You get a 76. Everyone gets a 76. And let's go. We got tons of fuel. We're Gucci. Tank on the backside. Maybe a Panzer IV doing some defending over here. Maybe a third Panther coming out. But use that precision strike. Like the tank's not going anywhere here. He's in the same spot for 20 minutes. You can take out one, push with three, build AT guns to support, so any flanking tank on the backside is getting lit up. You can see there's definitely some angles right here that works at. And let's go here, guys. Now, Cake has gone for the epic flank right here. Dragon, I don't know if he spots him. Dalman, I don't know if he spots him either. Looks like they're going to go to build another AT gun right here. Cake's going to easily get that one there. Look for a second. Dalman pulling out the rifle here is going to look for a takedown. One shot is all it takes. I don't know how Dalman didn't see that one. With your Cake, though, on the flank. Down goes a 76 on the right side. That was not what the doctor ordered here for the allies. Down. They have lots of fuel. Don't get me wrong, lots of fuel available here, but your Cake is about to go on a rampage now. I don't love this position he's put himself in. I would have liked to see a more aggressive push into that trench here so he could camp the respawns. This is just giving the allies a chance on respawn to take him out. Though the spawns do come in on the backside there. Dalman I was going to say Mr. Dragon. M134 Dragon. Oh, your Cake. He's going to have his cake and he's going to eat it too. He's got 4 on this push here. Crawls through the entire field. OP in front of him. It's not the key OP he needs to fight. He's going to need to at least win another spawn wave, though. Does crush this one. Important ones on the left side right here. What does he do? Does he push it? Does he wait for the spawns? Looks like he's going to wait for these spawns to come in. Might just be a garrison, honestly. I don't see the icon for it. No, it is an OP. So Dragon back in. Can he go 3 for 3 here? 1v6? That's a 1v5 right there. 2, 2, and 1. Can he get the second? Where's the squad lead spawning in? Cake absolutely dominating there. Spawn on the left side. Cake's not looking. Oh, it's going to be a very important fight right here in the trench. Cake pushing into Dahlman. He gets the kill. Cake. Now, can he crush the OP before the respawn comes in? 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. See you later. Your Cake goes in the 1v6, winning 3 times in a row here against this defensive squad. Oh, before getting clapped by Jazzy. Oh, no. And Cake, unfortunately not a squad leader, does get 2 OPs, does clear out this flank. No AT gun up. Definite chance for the Panther to push in. Panthers staying put. Both Panthers staying put. I don't love that. WTF, if I was WTF right here, I'd go tell the Panther, meet me halfway through the field. I'll jump on the back and then bring me over to this trench right here. And we'll be chilling. That would be the safest way to rotate this one, and it also projects some tank power on the backside. Now, you can guarantee there's a 76 coming over here from Ernest and Curdy. Yeah, they're already here. So, riding up the edge of the map. So, maybe that wouldn't be so viable. But maybe if the Panther had the drive to push across here a little earlier, maybe. Bombing run goes out in the middle. We can go check that one out. Nice job from your Cake, though. Really individual effort there, winning out. What is this bombing run? What in the world did we just witness right here? That is the Allies using a defensive bombing run 500 meters away from their point on a position that is being shelled, camped by a machine gun, shelled by a tank, and pushed by infantry. That might just be one of the I don't want to say worst, but really not a good bombing run right there. Those assets are so pivotal to be used game-changing situations that it hurts me to see them kind of used like that. The tank is pushing. Now, speaking of tanks, something just exploding over here on the flank. Oh, excuse me. Stewart here finding a truck. Shinali, though, makes it safely out of the truck here and has passed the Stewart. But still, Stewart, 76 pushing the position. Why are we using a bombing run on it? You know, you could go for that Hail Mary bombing run airhead. You know, you could go for a defensive bombing run if they do get an airhead or do take out close proximity garrison. Now you're down a bombing run for the next, amount of time, foreseeable future. Depending, of course, on supplies. We do have decent munitions, tons of manpower, and tons of fuel up here. 276s on the field, 1 light tank also. Retaliatory bombing run coming in from the Axis. Where is it going to drop? My guess is somewhere over in this area right here. No, it's going to drop in the middle of the field. Why? What are we doing, boys? It crushes a squad push. Yeah, is that... Again, it's the middle of the field. We have a tank here. The Panther is right here. The machine gun was lighting that squad up. We have infantry back. We have a second Panther rotating. Excuse me, it's not there. So the Panther isn't rotating. Where did he go? Where did you go, my Panther? There he is. Okay, so yeah, well, he did rotate at least. Not too sure why he's not using the cover. Maybe not a good angle down into that town. Checking the map, we can see a rotation coming out also from the 76. Second 76 very on the flank right there. Enemy garrison marked behind. This could be an airhead play coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on back on the backside of point? Well, that's just, excuse me. I assume that we can see both teams sometimes, and that's not the case. That's just a marker, an updating that there's an enemy garrison there from the Allies. It's not like, Practicant has got anywhere close to dealing with this, though. And I wonder what's stopping him. Maybe just an MG, a lone MG on the backside. Maybe this squad leader here spotting him out each time. It could be either of those. Commander also falling back to deal. I think there's some communication here between the defensive SL and the commander, because you can see him kind of rotating to Practicant. Spots him out. Practicant taking a few shots there. Really good defense, honestly. After that first time Practicon got here, he really hasn't been able to do too much since. This is going to be an important 1v1 right here. And I would love to also see the Allies go for something a little deeper now. We're super deep. There's still about a sector to go just to get into the sector here on the midpoint, but would love to see some teamwork. Now, it looks like they're just using that recon to go to try and harass artillery. But would love to see... I don't know. It's tough in the meta, right? Because those flares are so OP that you need them kind of on the front line. But boy, do you really need them? You could probably have a rotating squad come in and out. And if you really need to on the backside, like in the forest behind the point for the Allies, then you could rotate them back and just leave his OP, though, deep by the artillery. And then have your second squad go attacking. Flare goes out on the point. Not going to see too much of value, though, on the backside. Look at this push from PKKA and Team 7 here. Dalman push back. D69A pushing in. And I really, this is all off of the back of Your Cake. Your Cake fragging 6 in a row to get wiping out those OPs to get this position. This is allowing PKKA Team 7 to rotate onto the other flank and push in straight up the middle. So big momentum swing coming here in the game now that the Axis have taken over, but it's still about 500 meters away from point. It's not going to be challenging too much on the midpoint. You can see not too much going on. Raficio doing some maintenance work over here. NBA taking out the MG over here, doing some work on the flank. Can he get a rotation in from his squad? Does he have an OP up? No, he's going to get absolutely clapped. One tap clapped, mind you, by Petras. Hearing some explosions going on in the background. Wonder what's happening with that 76 that was riding the edge of the map right here. Well, he's just had to fall back a little further, that's all. Rotation coming out from... Oh, and down goes the Panther on the flank. Finally, a 76 decides to push in. Panther spends a little too much time in the middle of a field with no cover. Not too sure what's going on. Second explosion on the backside. Is that another Panther going down? No. The other Panther's on the left of that position. Has no eyes. Where is that 76? I can't even spot him. Ninja 76 over here. Oh, he's going to be on the left side. '76 has no vision here, the Panther. No, just a little bit to the right of that, somewhere in here. Oh, there we can see him. Yes, I can. That's infantry, I think. Oh, there's another tank over there too. Oh, I guess that is him. Okay, finally. Unfortunately for the Panther, or fortunately for the Panther, 76 has no clue. He's shooting blind right now. 3 shots and you're done. 76 goes down. Easy kill for the Panther there. Would have thought that there'd be a marker on this Panther, but since it's been shelling for so long, guess that's not the case. Teams trade heavies here. I mean, the Allies have so much fuel, though. I mean, thousands of fuel. I'm surprised they don't have a third crew to put into a 76. I'm actually quite shocked. There's more than enough fuel. There was more than enough fuel. And it seemed like, why were we pushing here with 1 tank when we have 3? Things I will never know, but can only guess. Big fight going on for this flank. Honestly, this is not super consequential here. This commitment from the Axis is giving a big opportunity for the Allies to just not worry too much about this town. As long as they maintain back control over here and maintain a control on this hedgerow, it's very easy to kind of ignore the town. Now, if we look at the map, you can see sector-wise, yes, that can be an issue. But I mean, again, tanks, machine guns. Let's go right on the sector. Yeah, like right here. There's your sector right here. Super easy to take anybody out pushing out from there. On the backside, though, not super easy to replace garrisons on the backside. Shinali getting in again. Looks like he misses the garrison again. Why? Shinali, is it invisible? Okay, is there a bug? Can he not see them? It's been here for the better part of an hour. We're 35 minutes left in the game, so yeah, almost an hour now, 5 minutes. This has been here for the whole game. He got killed from there twice, I'd have to say. He's pushed past there at least twice. Alveric gonna take out the garrison on the backside again. Shinali gonna push in from the back of the point, but this really isn't that big of a deal here. Oh, nice. Alveric with the recon dodges it again. This time there's gonna be no commander backing up to take him out. On the opposite side, he's gonna be able to take out this Gary for a second time. Shinali gonna push in. Only one squad play here. Not too sure on the resources of the Axis, but this is definitely very dangerous. But missing that backline garrison is going to be costly, because anything the Axis do from below us towards Bizoi Foy Road, there's a lane, there's an open lane they have to cross. So unless they can get their OPs onto point, it's going to, again, be fairly inconsequential, as MGs, defensive MGs and shooters can easily, like, massive, 100-meter lane here to take them out. The Axis as they cross attacking, but still not there yet. Would like to see a supply truck, a backline Gary, and an airhead. Looks like that's what's on order, possibly. A replacement here for the Allies with Desert Dust. And yeah, big prio coming out from the Allies, pushing back into this town here. Honestly, if I'm the Axis, I don't mind giving it up. If they're going to commit, a tank and 3 squads in here, I would have loved to see an airhead rotation or some kind of garrison rotation with the infantry that's already here, dropping some supplies. Maybe go for a 2-for-1, get a forced outskirts garrison in the middle of the forest here, and then also pressure the point with an airhead. Doesn't seem to be the case, though. Not what they're going for on the defensive here. Yeah, big prio over to this flank here. Maybe they're trying to go for a 2-for-1 and set up for forest outskirts and win 5-0 overall. Desert Dust is going to be allowed to just make that garrison back again. Shinali rotates all the way around to the other side. Citrus trying to push through the field right here. Team 7 also trying to get back this middle ground that they lost a little earlier here. Finally pushing out with the Panther. I do like that. And it looks like they have 2 Panthers going at this one, but there is the 76 from the left side here. That's going to be a problem. AT gun goes down behind us, checking the map to see where that tank is. Right behind the building here on point. Very tough. That's a tight angle. I don't think the Panthers are going to be able to fight that one out. Bombing run coming in. Where is it going to drop? Nice bombing run into point right here. Unfortunately misses the main force. I believe it does get the Gary though. No, the Gary's a little more strategically placed a little further back. Respawn wave comes in. So all in all, the bombing run really doesn't do a lot. Still like a 1v4 situation on the flank right here. Yeah, easy takedown there for Nesquik. No problem. Unfortunate bombing runs don't take out OPs. Or at least suppress OPs for a period of time. It's so much of an investment, and it destroys so much to see it not destroy like a little thing like an OP, or at least suppress it for 30 seconds or a minute until it comes back up. It's unfortunate. Recon plane going by again. Not a whole lot happening. 30 minutes left to go in this one. Supplies being dropped on the backside here. Not too sure if these are allies. Oh no. Okay, are we gonna see an airhead coming in really soon? Let's see it. Where's that airhead? No airhead coming in. A rush on the front line to point. Hector is yeeting into point through the line. Smoker's looking. It's gonna be a 1v1 for point. Hector could get an OP up on point right here. Hector versus Phil on point. Can he make it in? No, Hector almost. So close here. Where's the bombing run to deal with this one? I like the placement here. No recon also supporting. Why is that airhead being dropped? Like, did they really think Hector was gonna to stall or to bait everyone on the front? The bombing run, that's where a bombing run could be used, but they could have used it from where they knew the garrison already was. That would have been a beautiful bombing run. It might not have still kept the garrison up, but that's where you want your recon there to suppress them. Look at the open field. If recon had got in position in the house and then played a 1-2 a little closer on the field or even by the airhead, you know, and then waited till the infantry got to that line where they were just in grenade range and then opened up and started fragging, that's a viable play. Now there is a Panther there though still, so even at that point, you know, maybe you want to force front. Maybe you bait something on the backside and force front. I don't know. But just kind of throwing away bit by bit some of the resources here for the Allies team. Now comes the bombing run. Might be going on the front. I'd say front to back. What is this bombing run angle? It's going to provide a smoke screen. But the same thing could have been done if they just used it on top of the infantry on point. Left to right or right to left. Now they're going to be combined arms pushing this one up. Now would be the time to drop that air on the back when everyone's distracted on the front, or just drop it close position on point. Doesn't happen. Here comes the push. 28 minutes to go. 176 pushing. Warsteiner getting in to reach of the point. Needs to get that OP up on the backside here on the south. Warsteiner's pushing, and that's way too close. Way too close. Needs to get the OP up on this position here, or push it and get it up on a flank over here. But triple push up the mid, not going to work. Warsteiner does get into point right here and is on the flank. Let's go on board with him as he pushes in. Really important tank fight coming up right here. 76 versus Panther. Who's going to win this one? We'll see if they deploy a Stuka or a precision strike for the Allies here on the Panther. 3 squad lead push. This is very, very, very dangerous for the lead of this game right here. If those 3 squads can rotate bodies in, that is a definite cap threat. Panther coming back to support here. Rocket onto the Panther, misses. Dalman and his squad being suppressed on that western flank. 76 rotating. Both Panthers here on this right side. Oh, second Panther pushing around the backside, actually on the left. Where's that 76? Right around the corner here. So the initial push is being held here. Here comes the Panther on the push around to the 76. 76 has no clue. Panther lined up with a perfect shot. Panthers engaged at the same time. 76 is toast. Down it goes. The first Panther doesn't even need help from the flanking Panther to take out the 76. It's held. That was a close one here. And just imagine if there'd been an airhead on the backside at the same time. Again, though, checking out the map of the Allied team. 76 coming out of main, medium coming out of main, 400 fuel. The medium, I'm just wondering why they didn't take a 76, wait for all 3 of them, and then shove together. We only have 30 minutes left in this game. If you wanna make it work, you gotta use your assets like that. 376 versus 2 Panthers is still pretty close, but with the added assets of the surprise bombing run, the airhead, correctly timed, there's gonna be one more chance for this. They should be able to overwhelm the defenders. Now, Few mistakes were made for the attacking squad leaders. We saw squad leaders not get OPs up close proximity to point. That is super important for a push. Yes, you can have a secondary squad leader, look for a rotation in a secondary OP, maybe over here on this western flank, excuse me, this eastern flank, but those first OPs need to get up. We'll see if the allies have it in them for another push, because there's definitely enough time for it. And if they play this right, if they save their resources and they try this again, they're going to have a lot more chance of succeeding. And especially if they use that airhead at the same timing instead of using it before and losing it for nothing. Now on the backside too, same kind of issue. They're having a really tough time penetrating the backside here. Hats off to this defender. I don't know your name. I can't pronounce it, but you've been doing really good work. Brew Bombs also back here too. A few more in the mix. You can see that there has been some defensive prio coming out to hold this backside, and that's doing really good work to keep any kind of offensive pressure off the backside. That's the reason why we haven't been seeing those recon push and support an airhead. And the commander, knowing that, should have resisted dropping the airhead earlier there and then dropping everything at once. So when those forces are engaged on point, that he can do that. I would also like to see if you're going to see that with the push, maybe use that light tank to come in the back. Maybe put the recon on top of the back of the light tank, or in a recon tank to go specifically for that garrison on the back and support an airhead. Regardless though, General pushing out a point here from Team 7 with Phil and one member from BWR. Flamethrower RP not working out so well, can't cross the street there. Shots coming out on the backside. Ricochet coming out onto the Panther. I think it was the Panther. Panther taking out something on the left side right here. Not sure what. I think AT gun is what's engaging this Panther right now. And yeah, there was a Greyhound push. That, when I say push with recon, ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean that. Let me be very, very blunt. I do not mean pushing straight up the middle with no support and no suppression onto enemy armor where you know there's enemy armor. You gotta use those flanks to push. Greyhound was always a wishful thought. Again, you know, if that Greyhound had pushed with the rest of the team, that might have been a play right there. But by itself, not gonna cut it. Mid control, you know, swinging a little bit in the way of the allies here, but they just really have not too much going for them. Tight push over here with SSO fighting against Team 7 on the Gary. Joni with a crucial takedown. Can he get in the trench and get the Gary? Looks like he might just do it. Joni with the takedown onto the Garrison. Nice play from him on the backside. 22 minutes to go, though. Not a lot of time to really flip the script here. Again, marking that Garrison on the backside. That's a poor marker right there. Or not. Actually, it's a poor marker overall because there's no more Garrison there. Garrison has been removed. So false intel coming in here for the allies on the backside. Looks like Commander is going to replace that one after all, though. So that Gary's going to get put straight back down where it was before. Maybe a little bit off to the side. Ooh, don't do that. Don't put it out of the don't put it out of the trench there. Practicant makes it through. No way. Let's go. So he should be able to take out this Gary. Possibly. Commander's gonna be waiting for him though. He's gonna be going with another Gary here. Again, the timing's all off. If I'm Practicant in this situation, or I'm Commander, I want him to wait. We wanna use him very effectively in a timing attack. Now, the issue with using the recon in such a way is there's no suppression on the artillery. I would love to see their second recon squad, as the supplies fall on top of us, suppress that artillery for this next big timing attack. Practicant chills there. Second recon squad goes with a recon vehicle to the back, gets dropped up, suppresses artillery, and then they do a timing attack onto point right here. $20 minutes to go. More than enough time to make it happen here for the Allies and Central Alliance. Some of those textures look like they're floating bushes. Do you see that? The tree just looks like a floating bush until you get as close. Kind of trippy. TMD switching it up a little bit, going for the push into the trench here. Oh, bombing run going to drop onto point. Where's that at? As the Panther goes down on Dugout Barn. Nice takedown right here. That's who's going to be in charge of that one. Was that AT gun from distance? Was that the Curdy and Ernest tank from way downtown? That might have just been. I got to say, holy smokes, if that was Curtis and Ernie. Ernest and Curdy, excuse me. Curtis and Ernie. Where are they? Oh, they're over here. Here they are. Curtis and Ernie, new name. Pog. But yeah, long way downtown. There are lanes, you know, so like when that Panther stays in its spot that it's been in, it gets marked out in the same spot. You can shoot the mark. You don't need to specifically know or see the tank if you have a marker down. Second Panther pushing out the mid right here. Really good chance for the Allies to take out 2 tanks in one. Not seeing that second 76 anywhere. They must have got taken out by this tank, which is, yeah, that's a massive loss for the Allies. Flanking Panther also going down over here in the field. These kind of one Panther push is not working out for either side. One heavy pushes, I should say. Really not working out for either side here. A more direct approach would have been fairly beneficial, I think, if the Panther could have, well, looks like they're going to try it again. Just push straight up the road right here and use his HE cannon on any infantry, even if he does take a clip from AT. Don't know why he's stressing this flank right here. Infantry on this flank rather inconsequential to the overall battle. Interesting field battle coming out though. Who's a better shooter? Is it Legolas? El Legos? The Spanish Legolas? No, it's Petrus with the double on that one. Still potential for another respawn coming out here on the OP. Petrus pushing. 3-2 it has remained since the start. Oh, long range shot from the rear right side there. Gonna pick off Petrus in the open. Panthers coming to help out. Not a whole lot that 176 can do though, unless they rotate. Doesn't look like they're rotating. Where are they? Did they go down? No shot. Did they lose that 76 already? They did. Amazing. I'm shocked that they lost that 76. So they lost it to this Panther over here. XCDS, Mr. City, and Predictor take out another 76. So fuel concerns are going to be an issue here. And we already see some cap progress on the 4-1. That's going to be Weinberg, Citrus, and Gargan pushing in. I don't expect Citrus and Gargan to be too successful from this flank, but they do have NBA on the backside. Now, is NBA going to find this garrison? Have they finally taken it out? No. I don't know what the aversion is to taking out this Gary in the mid here for the Axis side, but they it's like they're kryptonite. Like they can't go near it. It's like they're wondering, like, where's the Gary? Where's the Gary? It's been here for the whole friggin' game. The same spots, basically. I know the Recon's taken this one out twice, at least. Tight defense for the Allies right here on point. That's susceptible bombing run. Alvaric, you know where it is. You can hear it. All right, you can't quite hear it yet. Please don't rotate past it another time. Please. Yes, it's there. No, cold. He's not going to do it. They're not rotating through that common position of a garrison. Now, if Majest kills Alvaric here, yeah, he's going to spot him. Yes. You know there's a Gary right there. Okay. Finally, we're going to see a takedown on this Gary. Lasted way too long, 50 minutes ago here. Key defensive Gary about to go down if Alvaric can stick this one. Pietreg on the left side. Uh-oh. Majest comes back for the takedown. Finally, the Garrison spot's going to go on here. Might be a little too late, though, for an attack. Yeah, not a whole lot gained by this one. The Panther that went on the wide flank. I mean, okay, we've got a wide flank going on. That's Gucci, I guess. Wait, where did he even go? It's somewhere over there. Another 76 comes out. No fuel left for this last ditch push, though, from the Allies. Is he? That's the artillery firing. Where is this Panther? That's the old husk of the Panther. There he is. Like, what are we doing, boys? The lack of direct play in this game is leaving me with a minor aneurysm here. Now, there's a little bit of cow progress on point. Honest to God, I'm not too sure where that's coming from. Maybe just the front line here. Oh. Sorry about that. WTF getting a double kill at the top of your screen right there. All the way in that tank graveyard. Ernest and Curdy still doing their thing on the left side here. Not a whole lot going on right now. Ooh, hold the phone. Tank fight going on in the middle right here. Panther has no clue what's going on right now. AT gun lighting him up. Maybe even a 76 with that AT gun. Panther out of the rotation. El Legos with a horrible rocket shot right there, about 300 meters short. Another shot goes in. That's 4 shots in. I think the Panther should get 1 shot here to make it work. Misses high. Takes another 2 shots. How is this Panther still alive? Finally goes down. Nice play right there from the defending Allies. Panther's gonna wish he didn't miss that shot high. That's for sure. Cyborsk, excuse me, and Reficio taking out the Panther with a nice shot there. Finally, I'm going to assume that this Garrison is being taken out in the mid here. Oh, it is about time. So here we go. Attack on the backside, 10 minutes to go. 11-18, excuse me. NBA and Manras 2-squad attack here. I'm assuming there is airhead and also bombing run available for the Axis for this push. They do have a Panther a little further behind us here somewhere in the sticks. Panther's just, I don't even know what he's doing. He's marked really close. I don't quite, oh, there he is. He's in the middle. He's facing his butt back. This is going to be a free kill for this medium. What is that Panther doing? Oh my gosh. Now, can the SSO medium take advantage? Doesn't look like they can. A little too far into the woods right there. Panther doing what he should have done about half an hour ago is play direct to point here. Getting marked out. He's still probably going to get tapped a few times on the backside here. I just don't know where that medium tank is. Medium tank is like stuck. You know he's stuck right now. Maybe looking. Panther's turned around, so not a great time to try to engage. Looks like Domingo has spotted the tank possibly. Yeah, that Panther's beelining it for the medium. Why is there just crew running out in the open? McPavo, Dark Temple, do they not have enough for a light or something? I guess. It looks like Wersteiner, excuse me, does get the recon, but I mean this medium not going to have a good time right here with the Panther pushing him. Yeah. Fairly obvious that was going to happen. When the Panther starts driving in a straight line towards a tank, it's never a good sign. Defenders doing well. I don't see this point falling in 9 minutes unless there's the bombing run of bombing runs. On the opposite side, Axis on the defense, yeah, they're fine. No problems here. 3-4 to 1. Recon not able to fight through this one. Berzao, AR, and one of the squad leaders over here, and one member of PKK. Recon more than enough to contain that push to the backside. 7 minutes total to play in this one. Of course, it says 9, but the last 2 minutes, unless there's consistent cap from the 2 minute mark onwards, there's no possibility to actually cap it again. A little bit of cap pressure on the backside at Bezoy-Foy. Panther, one of the main causes of that, just pushing in. Don't know why Citrus is so in love with this flanking push here. The direct push has a lot more cover. It's a lot further to push across this open field here than it is to just push straight through the middle. Now, there is a lot more defenders here now. I think if the Axis were prowling that, they would be able to use the Panther to take that first hedgerow. Another explosion on the backside over here. Just going to be a little mini tank. Don't know why. Oh, okay. So we got 2 tank sips out here. Dark Temple with a pistol is trying to light up Chinali. Nice shot actually from the gunner. I can't speak to what the pistol dude's doing on the back of that one, but definitely a nice shot from the gunner there. Yeah, this one is destined to end a 3-2 here. I'm probably going to see a bombing run. Last ditch effort at the end, but I think the Axis have this in the bag. They don't look too threatened. Every time there's been a push, they've been able to deal with it fairly effectively. There's Panthers back here too. Really no armor to speak of for the Allies to push into this one. 3-2 seems like a fairly I don't know. Hard to say, like anything could happen, but I think 3-2 is pretty safe here. But you can see it starting again. Again, 1 tank. This time, light tank coming in. Hopefully, they'll combo the airhead on the back. Because there is, I mean, the light tank is pushing into Bezoy-Foy. Light tank's actually going after the Panther. Absolute crazy play. Did the Panther get taken out? Like, in what world would that work? No, light tank got absolutely yeeted to the next dimension. So, Panther stays up. 1 Panther on each point here. So, it's going to be a 1v1 on point. I can only see 1 Panther. Yeah, looks like it's just the one. Probably an AT gun up over here that's going to get taken out, or it should get taken out before this push starts. Still a PKK squad defending the launch point of what needs to happen here. SSO on the forever flank up the mid, not getting too much success off that. TMD trying to help out too, but 544. That's cutting it close here. That's not leaving too much margin of error. Another tank coming up from the backside here. Oh my gosh, recon in the backside over here. 4 Team 7 are going to get markers all over this tank. Now, are we going to see bombing run come out? Recon plane goes by. The unfortunate thing for the attack here for the allies is they're going to be completely spotted out. At least the tank is. So you're going to have consistent markers from the recon onto the 76. Now, if the 76 can break up that LOS line of sight and avoid those markers, then, you know, anything's possible. If the Panther cannot get spotted before the push starts also, that'll be crucial here for the defenders in holding dugout barn. AT gun, though, is still up. No good markers gone down on that. We haven't seen any artillery prio in, which is kind of weird. Marker goes on the wrong gun over here. Smooker and Koheb working to get on that one. Panther's going to take up his residence on the east side of the tracks again for the end. 4 minutes to go. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left until we need consistent cap progress without respite for this game to flip on its head. Panther's scanning for targets right here. 76 in cover against the building in the middle. Another Greyhound pushing out. Airhead front line. This is better. Really good airhead right here. Now can it be followed up by a bombing run? And a push from this Greyhound. The Greyhound needs to stay up. The bombing run needs to drop. 300 munitions though. I don't know if there's enough. No bombing run coming down. That's a big L right here. Greyhound should bait this Panther out a little bit. Now, if the Greyhound can stay up, no, he can't. There's another Panther in the wings. Excuse me, a Tiger in the wings right here. Down goes the Greyhound. Infantry push without any support. Not going so well. Here comes the bombing run. There we go. Okay. Popsky's gonna have to watch out though. Simultaneous bombing run coming in right here. Oh, it's gonna be attacking bombing run on the other side. It's gonna misplay here from the Axis. Here comes the final attack. Unfortunately, it looks like, oh, the side Tiger has a beautiful angle. Down goes the airhead, down goes the attack with that one. And the secondary defensive tank is gonna shut that attack down before it starts. A lack of recon or awareness here for the allies. Misplaced a little bit on their airhead. It's not in a position where it can't be shot. And even though the Axis absolutely scuffed their bombing run, it doesn't matter in the end. Panther pulls out for some shots. 76 is nowhere to be seen. He's still hiding. He didn't push with the team there. A little bit unfortunate there from the 76. Would have expected him to try and at least shove this Panther. Not going to happen. 154 left to go. This one's going to end a 3-2 win for ARC Coalition versus CA. Oh, what a game. This was a good one. Big respawn wave at the end. It's all for style points right now, though. Nothing else is going to be determined. No winners or losers. Your kill score can get a little padded here. Maybe we'll see 76 challenge this Panther. Looks like he tried to rotate a little bit, possibly, too. Adjust. Not really on the right angle, though, to challenge the Panther. Well, maybe. Is he like threading the needle here? Where is he shooting? Oh, he's got a shot. That's a ricochet. Panther might be in a little bit of trouble here. I don't even think the Panther can see where the 76 is. Another ricochet off the frontal armor. 30 seconds to go. GG, well played. The Panther doesn't know what's up. He's just getting pinged and dinged. Finally, a shot goes in that does some damage. Oh, Panther spotting back the 76, using that trail of the shot to see him out. But this one's going to end with 10 seconds to go in the 3-2 for Arc. GG, well played here on Foy. Bit of a cagey match overall. And there is the game. Looking at the winning team scores right now, 1.7K from Nikolai, 1.1K from Hedgehog coming out, 1.1K from General on that one, 1.4, 4.5 from XCDS in the tank. That's a mega score. 1.6 from Sarega, and 4.4 from the second tank, 2.2 from Duramar. On the tanks, on the opposite side, 1.9 for Ernest, 1.3 for a couple squads right here, 1.3 for Joni also, 1.7 for Kafer, and we're gonna get some points before we can see some more scores. Tough cagey match though. What if both teams are really hesitant to use their tanks offensively? And when they did go for an attack, it was very, very odd flanking. Like, the decisions from the Axis to go to the most obtuse angle. 2.9K score for the SSO tank though. That's not too bad combat score for them. Excuse me. I was looking at the 460. That's the recon. I'm tripping. Looking at the wrong 2.2 for that's the one I was looking at. Majlis with 2.2K. GG. Yeah, I need to go rest. My voice is almost dead and my mind is even more dead. Lots to work on for this game for both teams though. I think they'll watch this back and feel a little disappointed in their performances and maybe some of the strategy they employed. Some of the bombing runs from the commanders were in left field. Some were on point. It's just a lack of intel really on the offensive, hurting the allies a couple times in a row, and also using their assets not together in that first push with about 25 to go. Really just was kind of an odd decision, but they'll watch this back and learn from this. Thank you so much for joining me here in this ECL match. We'll be back next week with some more action. If you are interested in some competitive squad, tomorrow we have a whole host of games actually starting late tonight and into the day tomorrow with the Squad Rivals tournament. That is going to be on this channel and many others. Just look in the squad directory for Rivals and you'll see a lot of matches going on too. A couple matches from the ECL tomorrow also on the same day, so check those out too if you can and are interested. That's it for me. Excuse me. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you back on this channel next week and for some squad tomorrow on the same channel also. Goodbye.